What's up, it's you? For today's video, we're a full Shed Skin ability Pokemon team. Now, Shed Skin is actually a very handy little ability. It has a 33% chance to cure any statuses at the end of turn. So maybe you got burned and you're a physical attacker, but you got Shed Skin. It can really help you out in a tight situation. Now, we got my Twitch here. Make sure you check me out on that. That's where I do all my live streams, theme teams, Pokemon sweeps, all that sort of stuff. Links in the description. Let's get onto both of these battles. This is the battle against Copmeister, and we're on the water field today. First Pokemon we got here is going to be a Coughing. I've got my Carablast. Now, I haven't used Carablast for a very, very long time on my channel, so this is pretty fun. So we got Rest, Mega Horn, Drill Run, and Sword Dance. I run a bulky physical set with Everlight as the item. And I've got Max Health and Max Hack over Nature. Now, the thing about running a Shed Skin team, to get the Shed Skin to actually activate, I had to have at least one way of doing that, so that was Rest. Now, in some battles, I come across some Pokemon that put entry hazards on the field, like this one was Toxic Spikes. So I was like, okay, well, that's definitely going to help out activating the ability Shed Skin, but it was rather difficult trying to get it to activate outside of Rest. I did have one other strategy on this team that I had that for, but man, it was kind of difficult. So next Pokemon is going to be the Glalie. I got rid of that Coughing with a nice Sword Dance crit. Glalie is going to use Attract on my little Carablast here. Carablast just looks like a little blue bean. Now, unfortunately, my Mega Horn is going to slide on by, and this Gladie's got Moody, so it's going to be rising some stats and lowering some stats. So it's dropping its special stat. So it's going to be a Headbutt set, and it also has a chance of flinching me, and of course, I'm going to get flinched right away here. So Gladie's going to get a Moody boost here, and a Moody Rise and boost. And here comes Headbutt number 2 here, and Headbutt number 2 is also going to flinch me. Like 30% chance on Headbutt, it just seems like it's like way more than 30%. I don't know. It's just whenever someone uses Headbutt against me, I always seem to get flinched. So Gladie's going to also have Frost Breath on there, which is pretty smart because obviously you ignore all the special attack drops because there's always a crit run. So Carablast had a chance there to get a Mega Horn off, and he got infatuated by the Glalie again. Man, it's just not going my way. I guess that sort of makes up for the crit on the Coughing. Not that I feel like I would have taken that in 2 hits anyway. So bye-bye, Carablast. Carablast actually got a really cool shiny too. It's like this aqua sort of color. So Gladie's going to get another Moody there. That's like the 4th Moody it's had. And next Pokemon is Scrafty. So Scrafty is Shed Skin. You probably wouldn't use Shed Skin too often on this. Most people would use like Moxie, I'd say like that, But it can be handy. So I decided to run a special set here. It's going to be mainly for Dynamax. In this case, I was like, well, I don't know if I want Dynamax just yet. So Gladie's going to go for Attract here. Let me explain what this build is. It's Focus. We got Focus Miss, of course. We got Sludge Bomb for Dynamax to boost its special attack by 1 stage for Max Ooze. I've got Dank Pulse for any other just coverage, I guess, with a fighting and a dark type move. And of course, I've got Rest on there as well. Now, I've got the item as Salac Berry because its speed is, well, let's face it, speed is really, really bad. And I've got Tib Nature and Max Speed and Max Special Attack. Shed Skin's still quite good. You can run a Dragon Dance set with Shed Skin. That's pretty good. But I think a lot of the time it's just better to run like Moxie or something like that. So we got a Freeze Dry coming from Glalie, and also I'm Poison from that incoming Toxic Spike. So I was sort of hoping that, Shed Skin would come and clutch her and heal off my Poison. So Focus Miss, of course, is going to miss that, of course. And Glalie is going to be just a real pain in the bum here. It's just standing here getting moody. Actually, it's not standing, it's floating. You get the idea. And Shed Skin finally kicks in. It's just floating in the air, and, Focus Miss is just, flying on by where it gets a 69 million Moody boost. So Gladie's going to go for another Headbutt here on my Scrafty, and I'm going to have my Salac Berry activated. So oh, this is great, but I'll actually be able to outspeed, Gladie the next turn if I get it, attracted here, and I do. I'm like, man, that sucks. And now Gladie's going to get some more leftover recovery, and it was going to get its another Moody boost here. So the Moody is actually going to raise its speed. So I'm like, oh, man. So unfortunately, there's going to be no way I'll be able to outspeed it now. So it's going to finish me off with a Headbutt, and bye-bye Scrafty. I have to take out this Glalie now. It's like super, super annoying. Now, I thought I've got one Pokemon in this thing that'll do all right damage. Sure, I mean, I would have liked Scrafty to finish on. Maybe I should have just Dynamax before, but I didn't want to use up Dynamax, this early on in the game. So we're going to go into PIMPNITE. Now, PIMPNITE gets Shed Skin as this ability, and we've got the special PIMPNITE here. I've got an Ancient Power, Earth Power set. We've also got Snarl, and I've got Rest too. I've got Max Health and Max Special Attack, Modest Nature. So what I'm going to be doing here is I'm actually going to go for a Dynamax PIMPNITE, only on PIMPNITE's channel, right? And I'm just going to go for Max Rockfall. That way, I can hit it really hard, and I can put the sand up as well, just to get some extra damage. I feel like this should be... It should be about a 2-hit KO, somewhere around there, right? I mean, it's not often you use a special PIMPNITE and in Dynamax at the same time, you know what I'm saying? So I've got Everlight as the item too, if I didn't mention that. So the Glady also has Hex, which is going to work well with Coughing's Toxic Spikes he put on the field earlier on. I'm going to drop Stone Journey's cousin real quick there on Glalie, and it almost finished it off. So I'm going to need one more to take it out. But man, I'm going to be very happy once this thing, disappears from the field. I'm very, very moody about it. So we got some Sandstorm, and the leftovers is going to heal the Sandstorm. That doesn't really matter too much at all. I'm going to go for yet another attacking move. Oh, Shed Skin kicks in as well. I get Cured there, and Glady's going to get another moody boost, which is fine too. I don't know. I feel like Shed Skin's... I mean, it's not like I wouldn't call it an overpowered, incredible ability, but I guess you could put it in it's a handy ability, right? In the handy sort of category there. It's not super overpowered, it's not incredibly useless, but it's handy to have it on your team. But the thing about it is, a lot of the time when it's got other abilities with it, like say there's normally an ability that is better than that. So it's like, well, it's not a bad choice, but this ability is better, you know what I mean? Anyway, so our next Pokemon to come out is going to be Togedemaru, and I was interested because I've got Earth Power on this set. It's going to set up the electric terrain. So like, okay, I'm sure they know that I've probably got a ground type move on this, right? So let's go ahead and go for Earth Power, which is going to be Max Quake. That's going to give me a boosted special defense too. And Togedemaru is going to have Sturdy. And since it's a steel type, it's not going to faint to the sand on the field. So it's on 1 health now. Wait, that was a Focus Sash. Same thing anyway. Sturdy, Focus Sash, all those sort of things make you live on 1 health. So that's the end of my Dynamax here. And of course, the Togedemaru is going to use Reversal, making full advantage of it being on 1 health. PIMPNITE somehow lives that just due to its pure bulk. And I'm going to finish off Togedemaru with an Ancient Power, and I get a boost. That was crazy luck there. So I don't know, I feel like I got minimum damage there on that Togedemaru, and then I got the 10% on the Ancient Power. So I was very, very happy about that matchup. Now, the next Pokemon here we got is Ghastly. Ghastly's actually pretty fast, and it's going to be a physical set with Ice Punch. How does Ghastly even punch? Someone tell me in the comment section. Now, people, also, if you enjoy the Team Teams and the videos, make sure you leave a like and a comment on there. Otherwise, they just won't simply appear in your subscriptions box, right? And also, it does help me out a lot. So, thank you to everyone that's been doing that. All right, we're going to go to Dragonhead. This is probably the funnest set I've got here with Shed Skin. Oh, wait, I can't show it to you. I actually can't show you this set because I've got a Flame Orb Dragonair, but in this case, I'm going to be poisoned, so I won't be able to get the Flame Orb to actually activate. Well, not just yet. So we're going to go for Dragon Rush there. That's the end of old Ghastly with the Ice Punch, and this is a physical set. I've got Max Speed, Jolly Nature with Max Attack. I've got Facade, Protect, Dragon Rush, and Aqua Tail. And I've got Flame Orb as the item. So we've got a Poly Swag coming in here, and it's going to be popping a Belly Drum. I guess they hope that I missed on Dragon Rush because the accuracy is a bit shaky, but I actually had the Facade there, so I thought that'd be really kind of cool. So with the Facade and the Flame Orb, that's what I wanted to do, right? So once I had the Flame Orb up, I could just simply use Facade and have a powerful move there. And then my other sort of coverage moves would be the move I used before that. But it was, once again, it was difficult to make Shed Skin activate yourself outside of Rest. So the last Pokemon here is going to be Spheal, and I'm definitely thinking Spheal has got an Ice type move, but whether or not it's going to be a physical or a special set, I just have no idea at this point. I really don't want to take too much Ice moves from this either. So popping that Facade, it really doesn't do too much damage. Spheal is going to go for a Max Hailstorm here, like I kind of knew that already, right? So bye-bye Dragonair, you're going to get one shot. So I've got, I don't know what that is at the moment. It could be, look, it could be physical or special, especially with Dynamax. I like how Spheal is Dynamax. It's sort of like on a ball, but it's like rotating from side to side. It's sort of like slipping. It's interesting. So it's going to have the ability Ice Body. I've actually done an Ice Body ability Pokemon team before. And we're going to go, oh, Metapod. Yeah, Metapod was on this team, the absolute unit himself. I've got Bug Bite, Iron Defense, Electro Rip, and Tackle. So I thought, well, I'm not going to be able to take out Spheal, no way. But let's test and see what sort of move this is going to be. Is it going to be physical, special? Because if it is physical, Metapod should be able to stall this out completely. So setting up my Iron Defense there, the EVs on this Metapod. This was max health and max attack, and I've got Everlight as the item. So look how little that I feel like maybe that wasn't physical. Like, I don't know, it's very, very hard to tell right there. Maybe it was physical, maybe it wasn't. I wasn't really sure at this stage. But I had a feeling that it might be special, maybe. So I'm going to go for the Bug Bite there. Shed Skin actually healed me, but it doesn't really matter. Spheal is going to be able to take me out with the third Max Hailstorm there. Third one is used, because that's the end of its Dynamax, right? So bye-bye Metapod. Not much you could have done there. So Spheal's going to get some more Ice Body heals there. Ice Body's actually pretty decent during Dynamax, because you're getting healed by the ice. I feel that worked really well with leftovers. Last Pokemon is Sandaconda. This is a pretty interesting set. This is a Max Health, Max Special Defense, and I've also got Impish Nature on this one. I've got Wrap, I've got Rest, Poison Tail, and Skitter Smack, and I've got Binding Band as the item. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to try and drop this Spheal special attack, because I think it's got a special attacking move, and it's got Fissure. I'm like, okay. I think that they've got Sheer Cold, because it's got Fissure, it's got Sheer Cold, and that was, I don't know what the other moves are at the moment, but I definitely know that it's got Fissure and Sheer Cold. I could bet on it, like, definitely after seeing Fissure. So this set was all based around wrapping the opponent and trapping them in, and then Binding Band would do additional damage on the trapping move. So it would be 1/6, 1/6, and then you go for the poison on Poison Tail. Sorry, 1/8 on the Binding Band. And then I go for Poison Tail to try and get a poison, and then, I get the poison damage and the extra additional damage from the Binding Band, and also have them trapped in. And you got Skitter Smack there to drop the opponent's special attack, because, this thing was, pretty bulky on the defensive side. So that's how it worked. So the next move that the Spheal is going to go for is going to be Rest. I'm like, oh, this is bad, because I think I know what sort of set this is going to be. It's going to be a Rest, Sleep Talk, Fissure, and Sheer Cold Spheal. Now, my problem here was, I had Rest as well, but it's not like I had like a one-hit KO move here, so I had to sort of get enough damage to take Spheal out, which probably would include me trying to get a critical hit. Maybe on, Skitter Smack was the most powerful attack that I actually had there, after the wrap being up. So Spheal's going to miss with Sheer Cold. I just have to hope that I don't get hit by this thing and, let the Ekans do the work, you know what I mean? So 2 minutes left on this battle here. I'm going to go for yet another Skitter Smack, and it's going to actually get avoided this time, which is kind of unlucky, because that's got what? 90% accurate, 95% actually. I always get those, those two mixed up anyway. They're very, very close. I don't know, why should Skitter Smack even not be 100% accurate? It's not like it's not really like a really overpowered move or anything like that, you know what I mean? It's not like, it doesn't even have a high base power. And dropping the opponent's, special attack by one stage is like not too much. So we got this Spheal healing itself up there again. And I need a crit. That's all I need here to actually take this thing out. And what I'm going to do here is try and get that crit and then just keep attacking. And maybe the wrap will do enough before the actual Spheal can go back to sleep. So we had 50 seconds left here. And I got a crit. I'm like, yes, this could be it. I might be able to do this, you know what I mean? And then the Spheal is going to get a special attack dropped there, and it's going to have probably like 1 or 2 more turns left here before the timer goes out for 40 seconds. It's going to go for Sleep Talk, and it gets the Fissure. As soon as I got the crit, they got the Fissure. There's nothing you can do about that one. It is just bad luck. But thank you for the battle, Copmeister, a very trolling team. Oh, what was the theme team? Could you guess what the theme team was? Leave it below in the comment section of the video. You may have to just scroll back a little bit and have a look what it was. But I think that one was pretty clear, if you know what I mean. So next battle here, this is against Skylar. And we also have another team here as well. So a back-to-back theme team. Let's see if, it's always a cool thing. I like to see if people can guess them, So first Pokemon here is going to be Thwacky, and it's going to have its Grassy Surge. So that's going to be powering up its grass type moves. I don't really have a lot of stuff on my team that can benefit that, actually. So we got the that was a U-turn, I believe, from the Thwacky. And now we've got the Beware coming in. Now this Beware, this is really, really better. So I popped the Mega Horde. Actually, it's pretty funny on my little Carablast, and that's going to do nothing to Beware. So I'd say that Beware has most definitely got the fluffy ability. Now, looking at my movesets, there's no fire move in sight, you know what I mean? There's no max flare, there's not even an ember, so there's not a lot I can do here. So this Beware is going to be going for workup. I was like, you know what, I'm just going to go for sword dance. I don't even want to swap out against this thing. I want to see if I can get like a couple of sword dances up here, because you never know, if it's using workup, it might be a special Beware, because, you know, Beware gets better ways to boost his attack than, workup, right? So go for Drill Run, because, has a good chance of getting a crit there, and no crit at all. I was very, very unlucky there, extremely unlucky. Nah, just with Drill Run, whenever I go for a crit on it, it just never happens. It's one of those moves, when you don't want that, well, not expecting a crit, it gets critting or critting you. So we're going to get a little bit more health recovery there for the grassy terrain. I just kept spamming Drill Run over and over again because I just wanted to get this thing down to about a reasonable amount of health. And then Beware went for a rest. I'm like, oh no. So I'm thinking to myself here, the only Pokemon that can really, truly do anything to this, Dragonair can't do anything. Metapod can't do anything. Carablast can't do anything. Sandaconda can't do anything. PIMPNITE, that can't really do too much either, That's going to have to rely on like an ancient power boost. The only one that can really do much here is going to be Scrafty with Focus Miss. And that's risky, because this thing could definitely have a fighting type move too. And I don't know about this. Anyway, we've got the grassy terrain actually ending up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go for a rest on Carablast, and it's going to heal its health back. I might be able to use this against another Pokemon, but at this point in time, Beware is really, really walling me right now. It's just way too bulky. Now, it's going to be a special set with Snore, so I'm like, well, so I know Snore's doing a lot there, but what I'm going to do is just keep it in. Now, the Beware's going to swap out, and we got the Buneary coming in. It's like, okay, Buneary. I wonder what this set is going to be. Two babies versus two babies. It's going to have a Fire Punch. Man, that's what I needed for that fluffy Beware. So, Carablast is going to get fainted there. So, bye-bye, Carablast. I feel like Carablast could be another typing the bug, but I don't know. Not. It could go Steel as well. It could be Bug and Steel, but I don't know. I feel like it could be another typing instead of, normal Bug. So, just Bug by itself, not actually the normal typing. So I'm going to bring in my Dragonair here. I'm going to go for see if we can get some flinches on this Beware with Dragon Rush. The Flame Orb is going to kick in here, which is going to be very, very handy. Now I can go for Facade, but I've lost my chance of going for Dragon Rush because it'll do 2 damage, and I'm going to swap into Scrafty. I thought this was a safe swapping. So the Beware's going to wake up, and it's got Focus Miss. I'm like, uh-oh. This is bad. So this hits, and I lived on 2 health. That was so lucky. And not only did I get some good luck there, I got the Salic Berry activation too. So I'm like, man, what am I going to do? I'm going to go for the Focus Miss here. I don't want to go for the Dynamax because it's going to be weaker. It lands and takes the Beware out. You wouldn't read about it. That was so, so lucky. Like, if I failed to take that Beware out then with Scrub, that was game. There's no way I could have got around him. Now in comes Buneary. It's going to finish me off with a Scumbag Quick Attack. I had a feeling it might have some sort of priority move, but I don't know. Maybe I thought it would have Choice Scarf or something like that too, so I decided to stay in there. I only had 2 health left. So we got the Buneary swappy out there, and we got the Mana coming. You don't get to see Mana very often. It's going to get forewarned of the Dragon Rush. Now, this was a pretty interesting matchup. So I spam Facade. It does quality damage. I got a crit. I was like, man, that was actually really, really good. And the Flame Orb is going to take its damage there. Now, you're probably wondering why I didn't use Toxic Orb. Well, I didn't want to use Toxic Orb because it's going to do more damage to me over time. And Shed Skin, it's not like you get a 100% chance of Shed Skin healing you. It's only 33%. And I can tell you what, I've had droughts where Shed Skin didn't even work for ages, and I was on a really bulky Pokemon, and it just never kicked in, you know what I mean? So that's why I decided to go for this one. And we got the Pain Splitting Mana here. Now, this is really cool. This is actually really, really funny, because I actually got to show off why Flame Wall was going to be better here than Toxic Orb. Not only for the poisoning reason, but for something else. We get to see that and see. So I went for another Facade there. It just lives. I think it might have been a 1 health or very, very close. Dragonair is almost going to fake here. The next turn, it's actually almost going to fake to the burn. I popped the Facade here on the mana and took it out finally. And the cool thing here, I had the Shed Skin activate right here, and then the Flame Wall burned me, but I didn't take any damage from the burn because I only got burned, you know, at the end of the turn there, which is really, really cool. Now, I know this thing's going to use Quick Attack again, so I decided to swap into Metapod. Because Metapod is going to try and do something here. Actually, Metapod popped off in this battle. You get to see. So here comes a Retaliate, not a Quick Attack. That did a heap of damage there. Binary is going to be swapping out. Now we've got Tyler swapping in, which is going to be the Wartortle. Wartortle Shiny looking pretty fresh right there. So I went for a Bug Bite on the Barnieri. It did pretty good damage, and now the Wartortle is going to use Protect. So I'm like, okay, Protect. Just seeing what move. I mean, Metapod doesn't really have too many moves. I was like wondering why they did use Protect there. Then I went for Electro. I was like, let's see if I can slow this thing down a little bit. I outsped it anyway, so I was like, well, that's interesting. I outsped that. Why did I outspeed that? There's only one reason, because it's going to go for counter, so it's a counter set. So, like, you know what? I'm going to try and play, you know, some mind games here with Bug Bite. And then it had Mirror Coat too, so I had Bug Bite and versus counter, and Mirror Coat versus Electro Web. So what I tried to do, I tried to work around the counters and Mirror Coat, and like Metapod wasn't really doing a lot of damage to Electro Web, and I thought, well, maybe if I can hit it a lot with Electro Web, I could probably take maybe, you know, a couple of Mirror Coats and then try and finish off with a Bug Bite. But I pretty much predicted most of the attacks right here, and I managed to take the Wartortle out with Metapod. I'm sorry, Skylar, it happens to the best of us. And that's that's the end of the Wartortle there. Now, the next Pokemon to come out here is going to be Binary. I know that it's going to use Retaliate, and I don't really want to swap Metapod out here, so bye-bye Metapod. I mean, that would have probably only just taken it out too, because I think it did a little bit of damage to me prior on there. But that's cool. Metapod's down, and now we're going to go into Pupitar. I think I've got this thing beat with Pupitar because I feel it's got Quick Attack and it's got Retaliate. It might have another coverage move, but I don't know yet. So here comes Pangoro. Shiny's looking pretty nice. I went for Ancient Power here. It's really not going to do anything amazing to Pangoro at all. I was hoping for a boost, but it never happened. Now we are going to have Dynamax Pangoro. Now, I came across a Dynamax Pangoro. It might have been last week or the week before. I can't really remember. It was recently anyway. And it was a special set. It had Surf, and I was really, really worried that it was going to have Surf and be a special set, you know, because that would obviously wipe out my Pupitar. So here we go. We're going to have a Max Airstream. Like, okay, maybe it's a physical set. That's not going to do a lot of damage to Pupitar. I think purely we're doing that to raise its speed, of course. So, you know, Pangoro isn't the fastest Pokemon in the world either. I just noticed in Dynamax, Pangoro is like its red sort of fist, sort of, you know, that kind of suits the lighting of the Dynamax arena. The next move it's going to use is Max Darkness. Look, I wouldn't know where that's coming from. Maybe I want to say this is running a physical set at this stage. So I went for Snarl just in case it was a special set. You never know. And I'm going to drop its special attack by one stage. Here comes another Max Darkness from the Pangoro. At least I stalled the Dynamax out. That was important. But, you know, Pupitar is going to be fainting there. Not much I could have done. So I've got Dragonair still left out. Well, Dragonair might be able to do some decent damage here. I know they've got an Airstream up, but I don't know. Maybe it doesn't have enough speed to outspeed me. I'm running a Jolly set. Let's see. So Pangoro's going to have Fling as its Dark type move, and it's going to fling a King's Rock at my Dragonair and take me out. That was cruel. I feel like that was payment, like payback for the Metapod earlier on. Next Pokemon here is going to be Sandaconda, and this is my bulky set, and this is where things started to happen. Now, I'm going to get hit by a Zen Headbutt. That did a lot of damage. It was a crit. Like, man, that sucks. I'm going to go for the wrap on the Pangoro here. So I wanted to get the Pangoro trapped in, and I wanted to get that wrap working. Now, I do have Rest in this set, and I've got Shed Skin, so I might be able to heal my damage off here against Pangoro and just let it die to Rat. That was the idea anyway. So we got another Zen Headbutt here. Not... What did I say? I think I said Ben. Wait. Ben Headbutt. Man, what would a Ben Headbutt be? That'd be pretty cool. A Ben Headbutt. I'm going to tell you a quick little story about it. This was an accident. When I was playing football once, I was going for and football in Australia is when you pick the ball up and you kick it, not like kicking around. We call it soccer here, but anyway, that's another story. But you pick the ball up right and you kick it. and I went for like a big, like a really, really big mark. So I jumped up off the ground and, you know, really stretched up for the mark to catch the ball, but my head went back. I sort of like, I don't know, I sort of like put my head back really quickly, and behind it was someone else's head, and I broke their nose just like, you know, just like that. Boom, just broke their nose completely. It was called a Ben headbutt, but it was backwards. Anyway, back to the battle here. We're going to have, you know, I chose not to do G-Max Anaconda, just normal one, and we're going to go for Max Guard because I want the Pangoro to faint to the wrap. So bye-bye Pangoro, and I've got the Baneri, and I've also got the Thwacky left. Now, I thought with Thwacky, I don't have any attacking EVs at all, but I do have Skitter Smack, and that's going to be super effective. And I don't know whether this thing has got like any bulk to it or not, whether it's got Everlight or any investment at all. So that would be my best move to go for this. 2 minutes left in the battle here. Here comes a Grassy Glide. That did a fair bit of damage to me considering I'm running a bulky set. And I just went for Max Flutter by coming off a Skitter Smack here. And you know what? That was actually enough to take it out. So it definitely wasn't a tanky set. So bye-bye Thwacky. Now the last Pokemon is going to be the Baneri. Yeah, the Baneri, right? And I know already that Baneri has got Retaliate. And what I'm going to do here, I believe this is definitely its strongest move. I went for Max Guard there, so they'll block the Retaliate. And that's obviously going to get blocked, and that way it won't get a bonus now from a Pokemon fainting. So some more health recovery there from this Anaconda, and now I'm out of my Dynamax. So I've got only the Baneri left, so it's going to go for Retaliate again. I think it's locked into it. I believe this is Choice Scarf. I know that I used Quick Attack before, but I definitely believe this one was Choice Scarf. Or I don't think it was Choice Band. I think it might have been Choice Scarf. But anyway, so they are obviously forced to go for Retaliate over and over again. I went for the rest. I got a Shed Skin instantly on the spot, which is wonderful. And you know, just to keep using Retaliate over and over. I think they were pretty actually close to running out of PP as well, because that would be number 5 or 6, I think. I went for Poison Tail. I got a crit there, but regardless, this battle is over. I've got way more health than the Baneri, and even though we've only got 10 seconds left of the battle, I mean, I could have taken it out in 2 shots there. I've got Rest to infinitely heal me over and over, and I've got Shed Skin to wake me up. But a very, very long bunch of battles here, and 2 interesting theme teams. If you wanna take a jab at what one of those are, if you can guess it, put it below in the comment section of the video. And if you were here for the whole time and did enjoy yourself, or were here for a bit of it, please leave a like on the video. I'll be back tomorrow. I think we got a interesting evolution team tomorrow. I can't remember which one it is, but it's pretty cool. All right, people. Peace out.